Okay, so I apologize for not doing this live, but I just knew I was gonna screw this up so bad, and doing it live would have really hurt, and I was a little nervous. So I thought this way I could at least take my time. I could be a little more relaxed, and if I screw things up as bad as I think I will, I can always edit and ignore my kitchen behind me. Just, it's a little messy, but consider it just a glimpse into my private life. Okay. So, I'm going to be reading from my new kids' book. Yay! The Teddy Bear That Saved Me. This is the hardcover. Um, I don't want to get any fingerprints on it, so I'm going to read from my paperback copy. So, I thought I'd start with chapter 6, because I really I like a message in chapter 6. So, there was a subtle rustle in the closet. Then suddenly, the faintest whisper. Psst, hey, psst, psst, hey, lion. Psst, 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 hey. The little bear's eyes began to widen as the lion crept from underneath the bed. Again, the frail voice in the closet whispered with a raspy, "Hey, lion, is it safe to come out?" "For the moment," responded the lion. Now, from out of the closet, from under a pile of clothes and toys, a rabbit appeared. But this rabbit wasn't like the ones you usually see. You imagine rabbits to be brown or tan or maybe a little gray, but this bunny was different colors, unusual colors for a rabbit. He had been knit up in different stripes of purple and blue, and there was a hint of pink around his face. Each of his long ears were also a different color, as one flopped forward, the other falling back behind his head. You might also imagine that rabbits and bunnies are usually bouncing and hopping here and there, but this rabbit did no such thing. As a matter of fact, he lurked slowly out of the closet, calmly stepping one leg before the other towards the edge of the bed where the lion awaited him. He motioned for the lion to come closer. "I don't want to spread rumors, but is it safe for the others to come out too?" You know how rabbits can be. Despite this being no ordinary looking rabbit, he still had a rabbit's heart and did best what rabbits do. They love to spread stories. Oh, yes. They love to run from glen to glen telling everyone what they've seen or heard. One rabbit tells another, then that rabbit tells his friends. The next thing you know, you have a chatterbox of bunnies all around the forest, all spreading rumors and only sometimes truths. The lion proudly said, "Yes, you can tell the others that all is safe for the moment." The rabbit quickly looked left, quickly looked right, and put his little paw over his mouth before asking, "What about this new guy, this new bear over there? Is he okay?" "Perfectly," responded the lion. The rabbit slowly turned around and went back into the closet, and oh, what a mess that closet was. It was totally disorganized and frightfully full of stuff, and yes, I do mean stuff. Anything and everything a little boy might have was tossed in there. Unfortunately, before Jackson had taken ill, he had fallen into that same trap that many young boys and girls are lured by, and I call it the invisible chamber of dirty clothes and secrets. Yes, I'm sure you know what I mean. When asked by your parents to make your room tidy, many boys and girls cleverly employ the invisible chamber of dirty clothes and secrets technique. Nothing gets put where it's supposed to go, but everything gets shuffled into a pile in one of two places, under the bed or in the closet. The closet is the best example, where you can throw everything and anything in there, cram it tight, then shut the door behind, and poof, all of your dirty clothes and secrets become invisible. No one can see them. Dirty clothes, old homework assignments, all sorts of things get thrown into that closet to make it seem as though, well, that your room were clean. Seems like a worthwhile trick, doesn't it? Sadly, it is not. For while you are cramming your closet with things that you picked up off the floor just to give the illusion of tidiness, you have a tendency to pick up your favorite things too, like some of your favorite toys. And like anyone else, those things, once thrown in the closet, become invisible even to you. Some things you want to forget, but some things get accidentally thrown in too. And that's the bad part about having an invisible chamber of dirty clothes and secrets. Good things go unnoticed too, like Jackson's tiger. Now, do you remember my telling you that Jackson's beloved tiger went missing? How Jackson thought someone had stolen him? Well, this is how it happened. One day, Jackson was wearing a very nice shirt his dad had bought for him. Now, Jackson had been warned on more than one occasion that if he wanted to play with his friends, he was to take the shirt off and wear a different one. This shirt was never to be ruined, but not thinking of the shirt and only wanting to play, Jackson forgot the rule and spent a great afternoon running through the woods, helping to build a fort out of fallen timber, and splashing through the little creek that edged where they lived. But once he got home and was getting ready for dinner, he saw while taking his shirt off this enormous rip right up the side. It wasn't a simple tear, my friend. This was a huge gaping hole. The shirt fell to the floor just as Jackson's dad was calling for him. "Jackson, did you clean your room? I'll be up in 5 minutes to check." Jackson quickly raced around the room, first picking up the shirt, then everything else that made the room messy. He bundled everything up into one pile and threw it into the closet. Just then, Jackson's dad opened the door and said, "Dinner's ready. Your room looks good. Keep it up." But what Jackson didn't realize is that his shirt had fallen on his friendly tiger. And when he scooped up the shirt, he had also scooped up his friend, tossing him into the invisible chamber of dirty clothes and secrets. A few days later, Jackson was in a panic and couldn't find his tiger. "I've looked everywhere. Someone stole my tiger." Now, we could talk for a moment about how sad Jackson was that he lost his friend. But I think it would be better to really talk about how the tiger felt. He was heartbroken. And that's the easiest way to say it, isn't it? He was heartbroken. How do you think the tiger felt? He was trapped under a pile of all the things that Jackson wanted to get rid of, or even hide. And all the while the tiger felt he had been dismissed and rejected by his friend. To make matters worse, once Jackson did realize that the tiger was gone, he did go through the closet and began rummaging through everything to find him. But sadly, the tiger kept slipping through clothes that Jackson had discarded, falling between jeans that were muddy and shirts that were torn, until finally the tiger was at the bottom of the heap. And Jackson never found him. And the tiger stayed there as Jackson piled more and more things into the closet that he wanted to forget. Feeling unloved is a horrible thing, especially when it's a misunderstanding. Jackson didn't mean to toss away his tiger, no more than he meant to hurt his own mom's feelings. But the tiger didn't know that. And that is why having an invisible chamber of dirty clothes and secrets is not always a good idea. Sometimes good things are accidentally forgotten in there. Now, I know you want to continue reading, and I'm anxious for you to, but I think you should rest now. I want you to close this little book down for a moment and think about a friend you might have accidentally hurt. Or think about if you've been hurt by a friend. It may not have been on purpose. They're probably still looking for you too, in their own invisible chamber of dirty clothes and secrets. I think that's enough for now. That was fun. If you'd like a copy of the book, the links are below for the hardcover, the digital, and the paperback versions. That was fun. Yeah, it was a nice sunny day, and I enjoyed myself. So thank you for listening, and I'll probably do this again soon. Hope you're all well. Cheers.